Test 1 2. We will be starting in about 15 minutes. It's a good time to just take advantage of what you're experiencing in the higher dimensions, as there are many light beings in this room right now. So, in the innermost part of your soul and spirit, as we prepare for this new understanding of this ancient wisdom of truth, drink it in. Listen deeply to your higher self. Go to the sun. The live stream will start in 10 minutes, but before we actually start the program, we planned this musical meditation with some sacred music from Peru. In this holy language of music are word pictures that speaks about a timeless, eternal peace that lives within you, which lives in the sun. And so this piece of music, as I heard it, also speaks of the soul's journey through time and space, through all learnings and growings. Let's all just listen with the eyes of our soul to this music that is sacred and eternal. So before we begin, I'd like to do an opening prayer, just as we take a breath, the breath of life into our lungs, into our souls, and we breathe in the divine light. And through your body temple, which is an antenna for the mind and the eye of God, we connect with all your sponsoring masters, all the angels and cosmic beings that are supporting you on your journey, all your ancestors, as we go marching on through time and space, that are supporting you on your journey to the light, as we did leave the sun, the golden sun, and take these forms, and we will return to the sun and become golden suns in our own universe. We embody this truth, we hold this truth, we shine this truth through our eyes, through our voices, through our love, as we collectively become a greater sun, a greater light for humanity. I want to welcome Jorge Delgado. I just found out we were both born in 1959. A living son from Peru. A humble son who serves the Divine Mother, Pachamama. A teacher of teachers. A guide back for all of us, who will give us directions in how we too can embody the frequency of the sun through this ancient wisdom of the INKA, as it was told thousands and thousands of years ago, how we too are all children of the sun. Thank you, Jorge, for coming.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Adi Punchai. Adi Punchai. Waikepanai I used to say the Inca in the sun celebration, which means the impact of the light in you, brothers and sisters, is magnificent. Alin is good. Punchao is the impact of the light. So one of the most important greetings in the world, I mean in different languages, nowadays the greeting is a question. But in reality a greeting is a remembering, a sharing of good vibrations, the high frequencies. So in Spanish we say saludar, dar salud, to share good health, good vibrations, healthy frequencies from the luminous body, from the inner sun. So, Alim Punchao is also like to say blessings from the light. It's like to say you are a magnificent expression of light. But more than that, the qualification is remembering how you are impacting in life.
Because light is life. Without that light is the opposite. No life. So, the Inca culture we call children of the sun. The Aymara culture we call Lupaca. Lupi in Aymara is the sun. Hake is the people. So we are talking about the people of the sun, or the luminous ones. And all the people around Lake Titicaca, they were Lupaca people. And the other nation was the Pacaje. Pacahake. That means the one who can fly. The falcon people. The characteristic in these two nations is that they are not attached to anything. It is salka. Salka means wild. But when we think about wild, in the mind we have the picture of danger. Huh? But wild is the most beautiful. Wild is not domesticated. Wild is free. Wild is unique. Wild is harmonious naturally. So sometimes we have to say wild with common sense, because all that light has that common sense. If we are in that space, time, in that state of consciousness of the children of the sun, for sure the Pachacamac dream. Pachacamac is the cosmic father, the divine father, with Pachamama, which is the cosmic mother, the divine mother. In the colonial period, they told us it is only the Mother Earth. So still now some people believe, oh, Mother Earth, Pachamama. Pachamama in reality is Mama Pacha or Alpamama, but Pachamama presence is in the Mother Earth, in the Mother Sea, in the Mother Wind, in the Mother Fire, in the Mother Moon, in all the mothers. We have many mothers. They are in service to the Divine Mother, the Cosmic Mother. So her presence is in each of us. Pachacamac. Kamak is the cosmic vitality for us. Kausai is the organic vitality. It means what is alive in this reality. You know, a good example of this that the Spaniards never could understand it was the mummies of the ancestors. They would say, well, why these people keep these mummies when it's dead? One vitality, it is not there, which is the kausai. But the kamak, it's still there. So the kamak vitality we can find in the sea, in the stars, in the mountains, in the stones. What doesn't have kind of organic life. So, as Pachacamac and Pachamama is in our hearts, everybody has the most powerful light that always we can blow. You know, when we do the offerings with petals or with coca leaves, always we are blowing these petals, but we are blowing our own light. When we connect with some stone, some gift from the Mother Earth, the first thing we do is we introduce ourselves by blowing. What we blow? Our light. Everything in life is reciprocal. Okay, so the stone will share with you the light of the stone, the kamak, that vitality. And what's that light for us? It is love. that is in service and it's wise. So we call the INKA cosmic laws. When the Spaniards arrived, they want to teach us our history. And they told us the INKA laws are, and still now in many schools they repeat, Amasua, Mayuya, Makaya, don't be lazy, don't be liar, don't steal. Normally we have this kind of laws when we have this kind of problems. So in the INKA society, we really don't have the word work. Okay, so we don't work, which is a good thing, because most of the time work it's a punishment. But we have Yankai. Yankai is to give a hand to the Mother Earth, to the Cosmic Mother, to the Masters, to the light beings, to the Apukunas, to the Mother Sea. We are all in service, all expressions of life. Because there is no love that is not in service. All expressions of light, it is alive. All life comes from that light. So in the oldest prayers that, for example, the ones that Mr. Molina published some articles in the 1570s, almost 500 years. The first word is O Illa Tixi Wiracochan. Illa, light. Tixi, the beginning, the primordial light. Wiracochan, what creates everything, modifies everything, transforms everything. So of course the prayer continues. It's a beautiful song talking that all that light is unbelievable that is in each of us too. So when we talk about the INKA, from where comes this word INKA? Most of the time we go to Peru, we visit the places, and most of the time our attention also is distracted. We are impressed by the size of the stones, and then we don't really ask what is the essence, what made this society extraordinary. Why is Machu Picchu one of the 7 wonders in the world? From where come the word INKA? What does it mean, INKA? INKA comes from 2 words. From Inti. Inti is the Father Son. Ka, it comes from Kana. Clear, transparent. That ray of light that touch you. But we are children of the sun, but we are also children of the Mother Earth. From the heart of the beloved Mother Earth, a filament of light comes to this world, to this level, to this reality, to the Kai Pacha, where we become like a prism, like a crystal. So that ray that comes from Inti, INKA, the Kana touches, and we let flow the luminosity of the light. That is the state of consciousness of the INKA. That's why Huamampoma de Ayala, there is some drawings made in the colonial period. The Huamampoma de Ayala made these drawings sending to Europe, complaining about all the situation of the colony. And he doesn't say Inca, he says Inga. The Ingas or the Inga, because he could not write very well INKA. So nowadays we call INKA. But we forgot what is the meaning, what is the essence, from where come this word. But more than the word is this consciousness of the children of the sun. What is the reason? why we consider ourselves children of the Son. Of course, when we see the benefits of the Father-Son, we understand it's so important in all our bodies. In the physical body, it's so important, the immune system. And the base of the immune system is vitamin D. The main source of vitamin D is the Father-Son. When we talk about the emotional body, one of the most important healers that it has important impact in our emotional body, moving the waters, evaporating the waters that are stuck, is the Father-Son. In the mental body, the same. When somebody is depressed, some of the psychologists and psychiatrists will say, oh, you need to take more sun. But of course, when we start to study a little bit deeper, we will see many aspects, the importance. But it was not only about that. It was really how we become clearly that expression of love that is in service and it's wise. Because one thing is to bring from outside that the Father-Son bless us every day with His love, without discrimination. The good ones and the less good ones too. Even when we say less good one is also, it's just a point of view, Everybody's good. Because from the inner Son, there is no judgment. So, what is very important for us, how the children of the Son, we learn and we embody that light. What is the most important teachings of the Father-Son? As the new day arrives, the first teaching is Kana, that ray, that light that clarifies. After the dark night, before the sunrise, it's darker. But when it starts to open a little bit, even the Father-Son doesn't arrive yet, it is the light of the Mother and the Father announcing His arrival. We start to see different than in the night. But not only in this reality, we see different in other realms. We can say, for example, we start to have a different perception than in the night. Always at the night is a little bit of confusion. So we believe that in this big cycle, in this new day, we are entering in a new day, in this new sunrise. And the sunrise moment is one of the most important and beautiful moments in life. Anywhere in the world, when we travel around, we want to see the sunrise and the sunsets, because we know that this is the most beautiful frequencies, how the Father and the Mother speaks to us. So when we start to understand that everybody will learn clarity, but what is that clarity? It's so important to clarify the densities of our experience of life. Everybody, we go through situations. The human behavior, in a way, is a tendency to be attached to the heavy energies. We are not so much attached to the refined energies, I know this because many times we do workshops when we ask the people, write your histories of heavy energies. We don't say negative, positive. We say heavy and refined. Heavy energy is any energy that doesn't come from love. Okay? And refined is all the light energy. So, we have that tendency to be attached to the heavy energies. From that attachment comes the perception that we have about life, the perception we have about ourselves. But even we have the information that it says, we come from love. We say, yes, but me no. I had to go through very serious pain and suffering in my life. So, I accept for everybody, probably that's correct. But for me, it's the valley of tears. But the point is, really, how come you really are attached to these kind of energies? It's not only you, everybody. That's why the human mind has that tendency to the negativity. You know, our friends from Harvard Institute, they found that 90% of the human thoughts is negative. You know, it's incredible because 90% is almost, the highest percentage. It's almost 100%. But what is interesting is we believe to our minds 100%. So we are convinced that our thoughts are absolutely the truth. But when we see that, when we observe all our words, our thoughts, we will see most of them are lies. When it's about our own histories. And those lies is only from the mind. And when we observe from where come the warm words, the positive words we want to say, it's from the heart, it's from the inner sun. It's always warm, it's always positive. So clarifying, we come from deep love of Pachatata and Pachacama and Pachamama. Also we say Pachatata or Pachacama, Cosmic Father, Divine Father. So, yes, we say, okay, we come from love, but what else? My life is different, that's all. The thing is, really, when we practice, when we experience that light, is really when we open the awareness of the light. Because if we don't love ourselves, it is just an intellectual concept. So really loving ourselves, it is the biggest contribution we bring to this life, to our families, to our society, to our nation, to the Mother Earth, to the cosmos, to the divine masters. Because if we don't love ourselves, we cannot love the Mother Earth. We cannot be in service. So we are just in the mind, in this society that we call rational society. So we are measuring everything. How can you do this? How can you do that? You know, in terms of time, what are you giving, what you are not giving? You know, this is the world of ratio. Ratio, no? Ratio is measure. So we made a measurable society, which is very close to miserable society, isn't it? Miserable, measurable. So, in the world of the real self, you know, in a way we separate and we said, oh, that it has to do with the religion. Okay, now we accept this. Okay, spirituality, but we cannot mix. That is really the essence of all life. That is the real light. So, when we start to remember that we are love, because we come from deep love of Pachatata, Pachamama. Of course, the first step to love ourselves. That changes all the perception of life. That change transforms our lives. So as much we clarify our past, for sure, guarantee we are clarifying our future. In the meantime, the past is in front of us. So in the Aymara tradition, the past, it's not behind, it's in front. Naira is the past, but Naira is also the I. We see with the past from where come the perception or the concepts, the point of view of life, you know. But we say, I know exactly what's going on because I had experience. I know what's wrong in this world. But in reality, we are taking only based in the mind where the ego lives. When we take life from the inner sun, it is really when we are centered, when we can have the opportunity to see life in 360 degrees. So that's why Costco, it is vital center. Chabin is a vital center. Chaoping. Tiwanaku was called Taipicala, the middle stone, or the vital center. What does it mean? It means the place where you become in your center. So it was very important for us to be in the inner sun, in our own center. So we can experience the first quality, clarity. We can experience transparency. Transparency has to do with honesty. It's very important to be aware that life is proportional. As we have a great gift in one hand, we have a weakness in the other hand. So it's important to heal, to balance, or to domesticate the weakness. So sometimes we struggle because we don't accept the weakness. And so the weakness takes control over the person. And especially very talented people. Sometimes they just want to self-medicate, because they don't want to be in very difficult situations. After all, they cannot handle. But the main thing is that acceptance, as there is a weakness, there is a great gift. But sometimes our attention is only in the weakness, not in the gifts. So as much we are transparent, it's much easier for us to see the luminosity of our gifts. For this new cycle, everybody brings incredible gifts. The only thing is that sometimes we don't have the opportunity. We don't give the opportunity to ourselves. Because we are with the belief of the night. And at the night, it's a confusion. And still now, we are so attached to the night. In our tradition, we believe life is in cycles. 1,000 years is day and night. 500 years daytime, 500 years daytime. When our friends, the Spaniards, arrived to our continent, they arrived by 1492. 500 years later, 1992. They arrived in the sunset. Now we start in a new sunrise. 1992 to 2022. So next year, everybody can see the full sun. This is the time of the awakening. Very important moment we choose to experience life between the night and the day. But unfortunately, we're still so attached to the night. We still have these beliefs in the things. The belief in the success, sacrifice, and joy. We still believe that we need to be hard workers, so in the future we will be happy. When in reality, in the new day, with the new light, we start to awakening. We awaken, and we start to believe in light. What's that light? We start to believe in love. We start to believe in service that gives you power. We start to believe that each of us, we are wise. Doesn't mean that you have to read all the books. Everybody brings the inner wisdom. Everybody is incredible wise. And when you ask yourself, how come, we have this great opportunity to shine and illuminate in the new day, we keep believing in the old perception, the perception of the night about ourselves. So, clarity, transparency, luminosity. Everybody brings these gifts, talents, but we need to break the resistance. What is the resistance? The heavy energies. These are the blockages that doesn't let us be who we are. So we believe that we have 11 eyes, not only 2. The 7 chakras are 7 eyes, plus 2, 9, plus 1 above the crown, 10. That's the eye of the bubble of light that each of us we are. Under the root, we have another eye, it has a funny name, the eye of the butt. So we call it Sikinyawe, very important eye, to let it go what is toxic, what doesn't serve us anymore. In the physical body, is the same in the emotional body. So important to let it go. In the physical body, we can learn so many aspects that we can learn the similarity in the mental body and in the emotional body. What kind of food we have for the mental body? What kind of food for the emotional body? What kind of food is for the soul? In our tradition, we believe that in every emotional body, we have the tendency to create a new body that's a hucha body, heavy energy body. Because all the energies are alive. And this heavy energy body, if it's alive, to survive needs food. What kind of food? Heavy energy. So we need to find heavy energy from anywhere in the world. So that's why we are behind what's wrong in the world. What happened with the neighbors? What is the what's going on with the family? Sometimes, when there is no news around us, we create those. So suddenly we start to complain about everything. And in a world between the night and the day, we have always good excuses to be unhappy, which is creating heavy energy to feed the heavy energy body. But by the other side, we have this amazing luminous body. We have this amazing soul that is alive. What do you think your soul wants in your life? What kind of food eats the soul? The soul eats refined energies. So that's why when we see the light, we let the light come through our eye. We are nurturing the soul. We see a beautiful sunset, sunrise, beautiful food that elevates us. And it plays in all the bodies. When we are moving around, my grandmother once told me, when I'm traveling now, well, I will go this place. I think you went there, but don't forget that you go a new place nearby. Because always the new place is fresh food for you, for your soul. Because however it's new, you pay more attention, and you let that light come through your eye. So in conclusion, what the soul wants, just enjoy life. That's all. And that is the way how we nurture the soul, how we make stronger our roots. So our connection with the mother is stronger, And as much we connect with the Father-Son, we open the petals easily. So our soul blooms. And life is about blooming. And everybody's destiny is to bloom. Of course, sometimes we say, okay, I wanna open my petals, but maybe not 100%. Maybe just some, just in case I don't want to suffer because I love. Because blooming is really to shine, to share this love, service, and wisdom. There is a beautiful little legend that talks about that process. It's about a searcher who was some way successful. You know, a good career, a nice house, a good car, everything, the comfort was good, but something was missing inside. So he went through the religions, through the politics. It didn't really resonate with him. But he found that there is some elders in the mountains sharing about love. The love to the Mother Earth, the love to all life. So he thought that's the place that he must go. So he went to visit the elders in this community, and he asked to the oldest elder, please, could you teach me? Grandfather, we say grandfathers to the elders. And he said, what is that you want to learn? And he says, I want to learn how to expand my love. And the elder very quick says, well, if you want to expand your love, you just have to share your love. And he says, that's all? Yeah, that's all. So then I can do it by myself. Yes, of course, you have to do it by yourself. Nobody else is going to do it for you. So then I can return home, please. Return home. You do it by yourself. This is perfect. So he returned home. He was doing good actions, for the family, for the neighbors, for the community. Very good. Because you feel good after you do good actions. But after a period of time, he was still feeling that emptiness. He says, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I have to ask again to the grandfather. Because returns to the grandfather, says, grandfather, could you tell me what I'm doing wrong here? Because I'm still feeling that emptiness I have inside of me. And the grandfather says, let's see. Tell me, how much more you love science last time you've been here? And he says, wait a moment, you never told me love yourself. You told me share your love. That's what I was doing. I was sharing my love. But the grandfather says, but if you don't love yourself, how do you know that what you are sharing is love? Because, it is tricky with the beliefs of the night. We have a little confusion in really the meaning of love and the way how we educate ourselves. In the schools, in the universities, everywhere. It's all about the mind. It's all about to bring information in. It's not about to pull out that light, to shine that light. Because we are searching bright minds. We are not searching bright hearts or bright souls. So he understood the message and he started to learn how to love himself. And he learned a way, beautiful way, gratitude. Be grateful with the body, with yourself. Every day he was doing the practice to love the hands, the foot, the legs, all the organs, feeling the love. So, I can do it. It's real. Love is real. I can feel the love to myself. So he goes to the master, says, hey, master, teacher, grandfather, could you tell me that if I am in a higher level of consciousness of love, look, I can love myself. And the master, the elder says, no, you're not there yet. Well, a little bit disappointed, he returned home. Keep learning how to love himself. He learned a way to love the inner child. Beautiful process of healing, feeling much love, compassion, amazing experience. So he goes, now I got it. Now I love my inner child. I'm taking care of him. So yes, that's good. Don't you think I am a tukuy munaineo? Tukuy munaineo is a higher level of consciousness of love. And the other says, no, you're not there yet. So, well, once in a while he will return with some good progress. But the elder will have the same answer. The last time he was arriving from the distance, the elder said, hey, my friend, you are not there yet. You know, he was very disappointed. Said, how do you know? You know, I didn't ask the question. And the elder says, you know, when you are there, you don't have the question anymore. Because when you are there, you really follow your heart. You don't need to be validated. You don't need anything from the outside world except you are connected with your inner joy that is your own spirit. So the cosmos sends you a messenger. It's a hummingbird that flies above your head trying to get the nectar from you. Because you're ready to share your nectar. You're ready to share your sweetness. You are ready to share your beauty. You are ready to share your life. But first, you have to try your nectar for yourself. Try your sweetness. Accept your beauty. Accept that you are life. But it's not a command. It is natural. You know that there is only one life. You know that all expressions of life is part of this oneness. So we are one life. So do you know from where comes this life? Life comes from life. That is light. So that is love. All life is in service to life. So everybody, we are in service. That's why all life is in reciprocity. Sometimes we ask ourselves, well, you know, in this rational world, you have to give something, you give me something, and that's not necessarily is between the humans. It has to do in many other dimensions because we are multidimensional beings, and we start to open this new portal of the new day that we call the Pachacuti. In this Pachacuti, when everything is upside down, everything that doesn't belong to the truth, because what belongs to the truth, it keeps expanding. So it becomes the Wilka Kuti. Wilka is divine, Wilka is sacred, Wilka is the sun. So this is the time when we return to sacredness. Life as sacred. Each of us as a sacred being. All life is sacred. So we start to be more aware that all the creatures of the Mother Earth are so beloved by the Mother Earth, by the Divine Mother. All the plants, the stone people, the animals, the humans, without exception, are so loved. So, in the Andes we call this is only one family. Not only a family of humans. All the alive beings are our family. You can recognize them when you see them drinking the milk of the Mother Earth. What is the milk of the Mother Earth? Water. Every creature that drinks water is our family. How is that? Huh? Big family. In this big family world, we have this opportunity to be in service because everybody's in service. All these trees, you know, giving us the opportunity of the oxygen. It's so amazing just to go to a tree and put your hands and say, thank you for the oxygen today. You know, and you see how you feel, how you change the frequencies through gratitude. And for this, what you need is just give yourself a moment, and you start to see that as much grateful we are, there is more joy. As much joy there is in our lives, it means that we are more connected with our spirit, with our ahayu, with our soul, because the spirit is always happy. Happy with no reason. Doesn't need a specific reason to be happy. Only in the mind is where we need a good reason to be happy, but most of the time we have no reason to be unhappy, because the situation of the world, we say, my concern is, about how people is going to deal with all this poverty, with the disease, with this. But in reality, it's just the excuses to be unhappy, the excuses to disconnect. Something beautiful was teaching me those days, my teacher, Don Dennis, about, the beloved Master Jesus as one of the most happiest beings in the world. But sometimes we have the image, of the one who is very, very serious, worry about everything. In reality is, if he was really this incredible master, probably every moment of his life was joyful. I mean, must have good reasons to be unhappy. What is that unhappiness? What kind of frequency is that? Of course, we can experience sadness. We can experience all kinds of the emotions, but it's not about that's going to control us. So the point is, the children of the sun learning those qualities of the light, we start to feel that we are enthusiastic for life. We are warm. The affection. How do we know if we are cold or we are warm? We see it in the self-conversation. What kind of word we use? Warm words or cold words? With ourselves. In the world is very famous. Not good enough. No? Not pretty enough. Not, many negative words. Just the mind. The warmest words always comes from the heart. Then we start to see that as much we are connected with our soul, with our inner sun, is when our frequency is elevating, and you can see in life everything become much more easy, and you are shining from the soul, from the inner sun. And we are aware the meaning of light as love, that's in service, it's wise. In the old times, we used to use this word enlightenment as the seventh quality. But sometimes now, people says, to be enlightenment, you need to do this process. When in reality, for us, for the children of the sun, we believe everybody's already there. The only thing we need is to release the heaviness, the energies that doesn't come from love that we are attached to, that makes these blockages. But the question is, how do we know if we are really expanding our love? We are really growing spiritually. Because the mind will say, most of the time is lying us. The mind says, you are a top master. Okay, let's see, our grandfathers will say, okay, let's see. If you are in harmony in the 7 relations, that means you are growing spiritually very well. But if you are not in harmony, at least in one of these relations, that means you still need to heal yourself. Okay, what is those relations? How is your love? All is about the light, How is your light, your love, service, and wisdom with the Mother Earth? Are you grateful with the Mother? Some people says, I don't have any problem with the Mother Earth, because I never fight with the Mother Earth. In reality, we don't have any relationship, We start to be aware that it's alive. Now more than ever. But still, we didn't establish a connection with the Mother Earth, because we don't connect so much with our own soul, because this is a connection soul to soul. So, important aspect to heal, our relation with the Mother. Of course, here we can see so many aspects, and we start to see how is our habits, what we eat, what we drink, how is our consuming different aspects, how we are living, many things. How is the impact with the Mother Earth? Second relation with the Father-Son. Sometimes we say, well, it's easy to be in service to the Mother, but how we are in service to the Father is really by bringing that awareness of the light, by being that ray of the light, of the sun. Everybody is a ray of the sun. Everybody is bright, luminous being. So we are here to illuminate the new day. So, if we are grateful with the Father Son for his love, service, and wisdom, but when we start to establish a connection, a relationship, nowadays there is many modalities. I notice in North America some people does the sun gazing in yoga, the sun salutation, but it's very simple for us. You just, even with a closed eye, let the light touch you for a moment. But not just worrying that, the sun cancer and all this kind of situation. Just feel that light is love touching you. That light is wise. So we have a practice that we do every day as we awake to remember that light. That's what we call the extra. In an ordinary life, we put our extra, become extraordinary. How does it work? Every day we remember, before we remember what we have to do, where we have to run, where we have to work, or what time, if we are late or not, first thought, to remember that light. So powerful. And if we can, we face east. We open our arms, we let the light of the Father Son touch the inner sun. From there we go to all the cells. And we focus a little bit stronger in the place where we have some issues, some situation, some pain, something. But in general, as much we see that light inside of us, we will see in everybody. The human tendency is to see in the others what we see inside of us. We do the practice, not necessarily with the light. But it is interesting to see how, as much the inner sun is shining, is luminous, you see in everybody's, luminous beings all around. And by the magic of life, all your relations are in the same frequency, or most of them. If not, it means that you have a mission to send that love, to send that light. But it's not your responsibility if they take it or not, of course. The point is that to do the practice, one practice, other practice, the Father Son, to cleanse the 11 eyes. I was saying 7 plus 2 and plus 2, 11, with the triangle of power. We bring the triangle of power in each of these eyes to the heart, and from the heart down, it's the 1 point facing the Mother Earth. If we just see all those eyes with light, we feel with love, with wisdom, with the power of the service, we are grateful to the Father Son, and what happens, the own light shines. I used to put this example many times when we have a new house. The house at the night is shining, all the house so beautiful. But then, after some years, we think the house is getting older. I think I need to change the floor, I need to paint the walls, but still old. So what happened? We don't clean the bulb of light. It's too much dust. So we forgot because we think because it's light, it's okay all the time. The same thing, in each eye there is light. And when we do the cleansing, it's with the light. And it is a way to change the program, to cleanse, to transform, to transmute. Because those eyes, it is recorded what we saw, what is our point of view, our interpretation, and connecting with the other organs and creating some difficulties in the physical body. So, the third relation with the family on the right side. Okay, so remember, mother, father, family, neighbors, the past, the future with yourself. So the third is the blood family. Because blood family is important, because sometimes people say, my family are my friends. I choose them. I never choose my blood family. So from the distance only. But in reality, that's our first cosmic experience. By some reason of the cosmos, we have the family we have. It's really to bring that love. Okay? What is that love? To understand in the deepest levels. Because it doesn't have to be rational. Sometimes it's not fair what they did, But love is not measuring. That love really is flexible. That love, that light is so wise. So, if we start to see all the aspects that the relation with the family brings, it's incredible to expand our own love. The inner love grows. Why first with the family? Because this is the closest portal. But of course, there are many things in the mind says, no. These kind of things need to be solved in the justice administration. But when you really see it, no matter what, no matter how much does it cost to fix the situations, if it has to do with economy, there is no price for harmony, for peace, to bring back that joy. Because in some of these relations, we are leaking the energies, the refined energies. It changes the chemistry of the body. It makes weaker the immune system. And doesn't have a price for that. The health, physical body nowadays, we are a little bit more aware, The fourth relation is the neighbors. Humans, plants, animals, stone people. It's all about our love. By some reason of the cosmos, we have the neighbors we have. Sometimes, I don't like my neighborhood, I have to change because they are terrible. You go in the other neighborhoods, it's the same. Okay, but when you are evolving, suddenly the cosmos opens your way, and suddenly you are another neighborhood, amazing, incredible, because as you know, you are just attracting what you are. So the fifth relation is the tricky one, the past that's in front of us. So I was telling you the past, we say Naira. The I also is Naira. We see with the past. So it's always there. We cannot stop seeing it. So it's always controlling us. It's giving us the perception of ourselves. So when we start to see that it's disappearing, it's not controlling us anymore, we are really moving it to behind. Otherwise, it will be still there, and we will keep giving power. So we will keep attracting the same frequencies, the same energy. So, as you know, life will repeat in circles. So most of the time when we are in Peru visiting the places, I take pilgrims to different power places. We say, do you want me to do a group reading? Oh, yeah, can you do for the group? Yes, of course. Yeah. very quick, no extra cost. Tell us, what's my future? You know, your future will be the same if you don't change your past. But the good news is that if you transform the heavy energies of your past into love energies, if you love all your past, you will have an extraordinary future. See, how come? Because when you are not attached to your histories, you can stay longer in the present. You don't have excuses to be unhappy. Easy connection with your spirit. Your inner sun shines brighter. So brings the magic of love. In whatever is your job, your relationships with your family, it changes everything. And that relation, the sixth relation, the future is behind. We don't see yet. But if we really love the past, every moment we are building an extraordinary future. So the seventh relation is with yourself. How is your love, service, and wisdom? If you are really in service to yourself, when you decided to don't carry any more heavy energies, you made the most important decision. The most important contribution, it's really about to love ourselves. Because as much we love ourselves, it's not only something like the ego thing, you know, I love myself, to the narcissism. The point, no, it is really about that frequency, that energy we are anchoring in this reality that makes possible the real love to the Mother Earth, to the Mother Sea, to all life. And we are in that awareness that light is life. And that life is love. That love. Life, love, and light are the same. It's interesting. I start with L. And one of my friends told me, oh, louder too. Yeah, of course, you know, because after all, you are just laughing how life gave us different challenges, you know, that we think, oh, look what happened to me. Then we really understand that everything happened for you and instead to you. You know, the to me is the victim, and for me is the challenge, the opportunity to expand, to grow spiritually. So being a children of the Sun means for us to learn from the Father Son. So all these qualities of clarity, transparency, luminosity, enthusiasm for life, warmth, brightness, you know, and the awareness of light is in each of us, every children of the Sun. But there is much more aspects. We mentioned the most aspects. It's always easy to talk about 7. So the 7 qualities of the light. Like in Spanish we say solidario, solidarity. Sol, the sun, diario, every day. Be the sun every day. Solidario. That means you share without expecting anything in exchange. But in reality, you know, it's the joy that you're receiving so much all the time, you know. Always there is a reciprocity. Always we are receiving and giving. So being aware the meaning of life as sacred, it is natural in the new day. So this is the new day that we are waiting for, the new day that we are lucky to experience. With all the challenges, we are having the opportunity to come together in the circle under that incredible presence with the ascended masters. Well, you know, nowadays, more than ever, we know so much nowadays, I mean, there's so much information about the light beings, the angels, archangels, the hierarchy. It's so incredible. And nowadays, through the technology, we can go to anywhere in the world to see the ancient practice, which is the same, the connection with the divine self. That is the power. The power for the children of the sun is the light. Light is the only power. All the other powers are fake. I mean, it could be for a moment. The power of the economy or the power of the politicians, the power is never forever. But that kind of power doesn't bring you freedom and joy. The real power that brings you freedom and joy is the light inside. So to be children of the sun in this opportunity, it's not only an opportunity, it's a responsibility with ourselves, with life, with our family, with our community, with the plants, with the animals, all together. We are in this oneness, like a cell of the same body. Everybody, we have different functions, but everybody, we have only one cause. That is life. Like each cell in my body has one cause, taking care of my life. So the same, we are all one, together with the plants, with the animals, with the stone people. So those are 7 qualities of the light, 7 relations, and it's very important to relate with the 7 habits that we need to observe in our lives. How we are eating, what we are eating, very important. Other aspect, drinking, what we are drinking. How about the milk of the Mother Earth? We are drinking enough. But what is the great aspects of the water? How we are dancing, how we are in service. Well, obviously, we still can use the word how we are working, how we are exercising ourselves, how we are talking, how we are listening the silence. Each aspect can go deeper and deeper. For example, one of the elders in the Lake Titicaca told me, you need to be very aware if you're talking only from the mind, memorizing. You need to talk always from the inner sun. Because remember, when you are talking, you are writing in the heart of the other person. Be aware that you are writing, but you don't have the possibility to erase any of the words, except the person who is listening can take it or not. But you cannot do. So be aware how we are talking. But that starts with ourselves, how we talk with ourselves. So how we are listening. The Amuki is the silence, the inner silence, to connect with the big silence. And the other aspect I mentioned is how we are dancing. You know, in the modern world, because we are too busy, we don't dance. In all the native traditions, in Peru at least where I come from, Puno is the capital of the folklore in Peru, because we have many kind of dances, you know. So it's so important. It's part of life. It has impact in many aspects, in the physical body, emotional body, mental body. It's a kind of therapy, okay? Nowadays, but in other ways, is to honor life, to honor the Mother Earth, to honor the mountains, the masters. We need to dance. So, the habits, how it's interconnected. So the children of the sun awareness, as you can see from the INKA perspective, it's very simple, but in each aspect we can go much deeper. But it's just the awareness of each of us that give us the opportunity to keep expanding. Okay, so maybe we can share a little bit more with questions, or would you like to invite for questions or something?
Sure. I think I fixed this, so we can pass that microphone around.
Oh, perfect.
If anybody has a question.
Thank you so much.
Great honor.
So in the morning ritual, you started in the east, you go to the south. Is that it? Do we go to the east and north, or just east and south?
Well, we have different traditions. We have one tradition that we call the middle directions. Other tradition is the four directions. In the four direction tradition, we start in the south. Okay? South, west, north, east. In the middle direction, we play with different power animals, but southeast, northwest, like that. We start again southeast, but more to the south, starting with the serpent. You know why? Because if we see the sacred geography, the most important rivers and mountain ranges is from southeast to northwest, like Urubamba River, the sacred river, Wilcamayo. You know, and the same direction, many important rivers in the world with many cultures started, and most of these are cultures of the light. So in that one, for example, with the four directions, you talk with a power animal. I mean, you invite to come, Great Serpent, teach me the mysteries of the transformation or shedding the skin and all of that. But with the middle directions, what we do, we invite the serpent, for example, but this is the solar power animals. And we invite the mother to send us the golden serpent. The golden serpent will come, and you invite to come inside of you. Of course, some people are a little bit afraid, you know, that's the first step. How you face the serpent. What does it mean for you? So what we do is, for example, the Mother Earth sends us Kori Amaru, the golden serpent, and we invite to come. We invite to get in the body, and by the spine will fly by the pineal gland, by the forehead, to the sun. Golden serpent will get wings to fly. So we invite, thank you, Kori Amaru, for coming, and we bring the triangle of power. Triangle of power is love, service, and wisdom. Love, service, and wisdom, we pull the head. First, this golden serpent comes, touch the left foot, the right, left leg, right leg, coming, you know, in zigzag. And then when it's here, we say, yes, come in, you have permission. So when we give permission, we pull it slowly, slowly, and you can feel the energy of the golden serpent coming until here, and then from here you let fly. It's very interesting and very powerful, because there is a moment when, you know, it's mysterious what is going on inside of you. It's really about cleansing. One of the elders told me, you know, one aspect is not easy to deal inside is to deal with the ego. I mean, it's not something that you will kill. It's not going to disappear at all. But the most you can do is to domesticate, so it doesn't control you. Okay? So that kind of game, it plays with the serpent. Then, when we go to the west, we play with the jaguar or the puma, depending on the region, and the highlands with the puma. And there, it is also the golden puma. And we call the puma, you know, moving the hands, 6 circles, and the 7 we move around, and we let the puma come to us, you know, and you are flexible, and you You are more aware because there is something magical. You know, what happened is that you use these gifts of the Puma where you are more in the present and you know when to take the right decisions. You know, the Puma does the right steps in the right moment, and they know exactly when to jump. So when you make decisions, you know, each power animal, so we call this power animals, but we started with the center. It is eating solar air, or chewing solar air in a way. You know, normally it's outside with the sun, we are chewing, we make a ball, we bring it to the pineal gland. And here we visualize a butterfly. And the butterfly, we bring it all the way down, counting 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The sacral, and from here, you are calm, you are in your center. Huh? That's why, you know, when people is a little bit excited with many situations, the breathing is different, you know, to accelerate. So not easy to be centered. When you are centered, you have 360. When you are not centered, you are dancing under other circumstances. You dance with the periphery. So we call the power animals working with the middle direction. This is one practice. The other practice is in reality, in the very highlands, there isn't too much game with the 4 directions. It's more the inner world, this world, the upper world. Okay? And in this practice, it's about the serpent, the puma, the condor. But in all the cultures, and the reason why the Incas choose the highlands, it is because every single day we can connect with the Father Sun, which is not the same in the jungle, is not the same in the coast. In the coast, it's only 4 months. In the jungle, it's similar, but most of the time it's cloudy, you know. So the best place to connect with the light of the Father Sun in the highlands. And you maybe notice the places where there is more light of the Father Sun, the people's behaviors, attitudes is different. It's always more joy, more happiness where there is more light. In places where there is not so much light, you know, there is much suicide, how you call when people kill themselves, depression and kinds of situations.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah?
What kind of value there is in the water? In the water we drink, in the
Yeah.
rivers, in the rain. Is there any value in that?
Oh, of course. You know, everything is alive, and I was saying that the milk of the Mother Earth is water. But more important than the Mother Earth, in a way, it was considered the Mother Sea, the Mother Lake. Because on behalf of Pachamama, the Divine Mother, the first mother came was Mama Cocha. And Mama Cocha is the one who brought the feelings and the emotions. She, with Pachamama, brought that love. So some of the elders, when we say, you know, for the science, life started in the sea, you know? And they say, of course, it is Mama Cocha who brought the feelings, brought that light of the emotions. So everywhere where there is water, spring, waterfall, there is place to celebrate. In every building of the Inca, there is a place to honor water. And all the waters that's moving is healing waters. The waters could be masculine, feminine. You know, there is so many rituals, many ways to connect. But not only the outside water. Most important, the inner water. You know, we are 90%. Some people say 80%. Well, high percentage water. The point is how we deal with our own waters. How is the memory? How are the emotions? How we are dealing with the water? You know, what is outside is same inside. This is much pollution of the waters in the world. It's the same in our emotional body, in the humanity. There is a pollution. We need to cleanse. We need to listen our waters. We need to move all the waters that is stuck. Because all what's stuck, like outside, you know, is not healthy. Yes, please.
Do you practice the Munaki rites?
Well, you know I have many groups came looking for Munaki. I think this is a beautiful way for rituals that our friend Cuban American Alberto Villoldo created. I do the practice myself of the chumpicuyas. Chumpicuyas is using 7 stones, you know, weaving the golden threads of the belts, you know, because it's about the belts, the energetic belts in the body. But I am not, we can say that practice, because as you, if you practice, you know, they mention also Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl is from Mexico. So it is a blend, it's a mixture, I guess, with some other traditions that I don't know much. So I do more what is more authentic from the area where I live.
Is that in your book?
Yeah. In my book, Inka Wisdom, I have the ways how we use the tektites to move heavy energies, to move we call the histories. And I explain briefly there. And if you like, in my office can send you some information also. We use 7 stones, 1 here, 1 on the heart, 1 in the forehead, 1 in each hand, 5. Person is lying down, 1 in this place and the other on the other side. And we make sounds, we are moving, making the resonance of the stones will be moving these energies, in special the ones that is hidden. And these tektites, you know, it is a blend between the meteorite and the Mother Earth. Okay, the meteorite is flying for so long, and when it arrives to the Mother Earth, it burns. Okay, whatever it burns is melted. So that's why tektites from the Greek, melted, we can say some way. Okay, so these kind of stones in the world, the most famous, I think, it's Moldavite, Libyan glass, Sintamani stone or Chintamani stone, that's in Sintamani between Tibet and India, and the Buddhists use these stones, like even the wishing stones. It's big, beautiful legends about these kind of stones that are returning. It's so magical that they've been used in the pre-Inca times in many power places in the coast that were found in shells. And these shells is not normally from my country. It comes from Ecuador, from other regions more to the north. It's so powerful, the dishes to the spirits, and they were put under in some places. So it was many histories about the textiles. So what is interesting, the legend says, in the past, the Space Brothers, or the masters, brought some of the stones in some of the ley lines in the world, like the one connects Mount Tunupa with Mount Shasta. In each point, like Tiwanaku, Pucara, Cusco, are equidistance, same distance, and in perfect alignment. But nowadays, the humans, we are the ones who are carrying the stones. You know, I don't know if I have one of the stones in my pocket. No, I leave it up there. So, we use this for moving heavy energies. And we bring it here, 7. and we call Kuya. Kuya has the gift to eat heavy energies. But one of the teachers never told the people they eat heavy energies, they will become lazy. Because the main job of each of us is to pull out our histories. And the support of the stones, it works very well. So pulling the energies, it is about you make a decision to pull, and if you use the right tool, which is the forgiveness, you also take the roots of it. This one, for example, is one of these tektites. Okay, can I pass if you want to see? So, there is many modalities of healing. One I suggest much in the places nearby there is a sea, Mama Kocha. For example, most of the time we heal or we ask a therapist, a psychologist, a shaman, healer, curandero. What we do is we deal with what we remember, okay? But there is some energies we don't know from where come from, you know, because it could be past lives, you know, it could be from the lineage, our ancestors, or from the womb of the mother. So we don't know. See, I don't know. I heal myself in many aspects, but there is still some energy that comes to me, and suddenly I say something, or I react, and I don't know what is it. So what we do is we give permission of, obviously, first a lily offering to the Mother Earth with petals, with beautiful stones, whatever you offer. So you go into the sea, asking permission, and giving permission to pull out by your leg to the mother. The mother sea, when it's the emotional body, but when it is already rooted in the physical body, works with the Mother Earth, you know. And when it has to do with the mental body, it works with Mama Waira, the mother wind. And when it has to do with the soul, with Mama Nina, the mother fire. But most of the time, Mother Fire works together with Mother Earth, because one of the ways that the Mother Earth also eats is by fire. But Mother Fire itself, it has amazing gifts, really, to transform. That's why we say also the Mother Fire guides us in our spiritual path. Mama Nina. So there is many modalities, and also we use some power staffs, the Chonta wood, move energies and to command how we open the directions and all. There is some explanations in my book, INKA Wisdom.
I just have one more question. Do you work with the cetaceans, the whales, dolphins?
With dolphins?
Yes, the cetaceans. The
Oh, not much, but something similar. If we accept in a way that those animals brings the cosmic energies, the Kamak energy, we do it with Rhea, South American ostrich. Because, you know, in the highlands, we don't have opportunities to see dolphins or any cetus. We see more these kind of prehistoric animals. We believe those are very old souls. And the most famous shamans from Paratia, they have the most beautiful hats, very tall, because Rhea is, you know, South American ostrich. They don't fly. You know? It's incredible, beautiful bird. And the hats with feathers. It is like, makes the symbol like the toroid, how do you say, toroid energies, and moves. Is so magical. But I believe in the pre-Inca period, it was some other cultures like the Mu-Shik and the Shi-Mu, that they're related with Mu continent. They had in their iconography, in the weavings, in the ceramics, in the walls, designs of dolphins. But in the highlands where I live, we don't know much. Of course, nowadays I can read in a book there is something, but I don't see it as a typical practice from the highlands of Peru. You're welcome.
I was curious about the Putukusi, the mountain that's at Machu Picchu, if there was rituals or some kind of practice that people did for that specific mountain, Putukusi.
Yeah, Putukusi is one of the most beautiful mountains. When we went the first time, she came as a lady. And the most beautiful message was, she became a stone to remember us always happy is the state of consciousness of the spirit. So always the pilgrims will go to honor more than Machu Picchu at some point, Putukusi. Because Machu Picchu is one of the mountains. The other mountain, Huayna Picchu. Machu Picchu, what we call Machu Picchu, is in the middle of those two, but in front is Putukusi. It's smaller, but beautiful. And when you are facing the sunrise, the main mountain in front of you that connects with your heart is Putukusi. And one of the most special practices we do in Machu Picchu, in order to get the benefits, the blessings of the mountains, because we believe the mountains are multidimensional beings. I mean, the Apus or Achachilas. Achach is ancestor. Illa is light. The ancestral light beings. You know, I did a program, like a workshop that people want me to talk about ETs. Oh, I say, I don't know, because when you talk about ETs, people is a little bit confused. Well, I say, okay, why not? I can express my point of view that the ETs, who are ETs, extraterrestrial, the angels, the light beings are terrestrial. In reality, we can believe there is some from here, but most are multidimensional beings. So when we talk about it, it is very interesting that the masters, the Apucunas, they decided to build Machu Picchu. It was not only the humans, you see, because of course, in the history, the humans, we believe it's all about the humans. But when we start to see the masters in this case, we will find amazing presence. And we can feel the energies. The left to Huayna Picchu, the right to Machu Picchu. We bring both energies and we spin in the spine. Okay? And as we balance the feminine and the masculine, as we clarify the centers, we do first this practice connecting with the galactic sun, which is an initiation. We bring with the mouse, by the Father Sun, the light of the galactic sun. Inti, galactic sun. Inti Taita, Father Sun. Inti Churin, the children of the sun. We pull by our mouth. To the heart, 7 moments where there is an explosion to all the body, all the cells are connected with that frequency. And then we blow light to the galactic sun by the Father Sun. So we do that, which is the initiation, we can say. And then when we do this, bringing the energy of the masters, when we do this practice with a closed eye, most of the people has the experience. Even I don't tell them what's going to happen. They say, Putukusi came to me. And now it's in my heart. And it works. I mean, magically. So, even you don't have to ask. It is when you connect with your own spirit, when you are feeling your reality of who we are, that Putukusi comes to you in a very joyful way. So, to remember that always happy is the state of consciousness of the spirit, it is remarkable. So then, makes much sense after that, we do this position. The right hand in the heart with love. The left in the solar plexus without fear. So life is about to experience with love, without fear. And we see this position in the monoliths in Tiwanaku, in Pucara, which are pre-Inca, probably the oldest cities in the world. Okay? They are like this. Of course, the different guides give different interpretations they give. Some people say they put like this when somebody dies. Okay, well, I used to say, well, when the ego dies, in the old times I thought that the ego can die, you know. So maybe it's when ego dies, it's love without fear. But other people say, you know, a full stomach, happy heart. I like that one too. But I really love without fear. Because the right hand is to share. Okay? Where is the right hand? In the heart. From where you share? From the heart. So the right hand is to give. Okay? In many drawings, the Inca is holding like this or is holding like that. Is giving from the heart. And the left is to receive or to pull. So always, you know, the doorway of fear is around here. So always we can pull whatever doesn't belong to us to the Mother Earth. Even water, you know, water in the shower, you know, every day we have the opportunity to talk with Mama Uno, the Mother Water, to send the message to the Mother Sea. And always arrives. You take the heavy experience, whatever is bothering, to give to the water, water takes the message. You know, so with love, without fear. That is the interpretation. And very simple, but how profound it is. So naturally, if we are in the heart, we are in love. When we are in love, fear disappears. Because you can't be in love and be in fear at the same time. Love without fear. Yeah? You went.
In 2012, for the ceremony at the Heart Center, was very fortunate to have you as our guide in Cuzco and Machu Picchu and Lake Titicaca. And I recall it in Machu Picchu, after you explaining about some of the stone creations and monuments there, making a comment about, oh man, imagine how much work went into the building of all of this. And you kind of gently interrupted and corrected me and said, it wasn't work, it was love labor. And I remember that profoundly, and I really want to thank you for your love labor to awaken the children of the sun and to find us, them, and remind us of our luminosity and our origins and your service.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. You know, this is really, thank you. Yeah, it's always we say in reality we don't teach anything except we remember each other, you know, because it's about it, to remember each other, you know, our solar origin, where we live. We belong to this system, solar system. So we learn what belongs to this system, what is in this system. If we're in another system, we learn other systems. But it's all about the sun for us now. And that's the truth, you know. I mean, it's about love. But however, we don't have that word work. So there is no love that's not in service. So everything looks like impressive is much love. And you can feel it in Machu Picchu. Huh? When you walk there, you can feel the love, the service, and the wisdom. But what is that wisdom? The way how we experience life. How is in harmony. Nature, the stones, the plants, the animals, the winds, the apus, all dancing in a harmony with the cosmos. So it's a very good example. Actually, if you search in Amazon, I published a book called Machu Picchu, the City of the Children of the Sun. If somebody went to Peru, somebody wants to go to Peru, you can read that book. It brings many aspects that sometimes we don't see, but we feel it's there, because there is so much in the city, and when we go, our attention is where is our mind, of course. Sometimes impressed by the stones or impressed by the mountains, the energy. There is so many aspects. So this book is interesting. I recommend you. But I brought this other one, the Inca Wisdom, that talks about the qualities of the light, what we've been sharing tonight. Okay, somebody else has another question?
We could keep you here all night, I'm afraid. I want to thank you, Jorge, for coming and sharing this. It's like we all know this. I think we were all part of this ancient civilization at some point. The wisdom can be applied to every tradition, every religion can benefit from this understanding. It's so clear, it's so simple. We could use it. Apply it, in your practice somehow, one way or another. We have a basket. Jorge came here and the event is no charge. We want to offer him some traveling money at least. We have a basket here. Ray has it in his hands. We'll put it back there. I'd like to get a group shot with everybody, with Jorge in front of the altar here. So, Marcos, where are you? Marcos, if you could help me move the chair and make a room for everybody to come, maybe move the flowers also. Let's move it somewhere where we can have everybody here in front of the altar. I get this grape shot. We also have, how much are the books?
$20.
$20. We'll have them in the back over there. Also, there's some free material in the kitchen, and we're going to have some watermelon and maybe some snacks if you need water.
Yeah, we can move that one.
Yeah, let's get a group shot. I don't want to miss this golden opportunity to have this shot, this picture.
I will leave with you this Taipicala.
Oh.
Machu Picchu Cusco, so I will leave it here.
So also, let's get the group shot, and then we'll have a closing thing.
190. 190? Yeah, silver 950. So beautiful. Huh?
What is Chicano?
So
It's the bridge person and the divine presence.
So if everybody could come, the tallest people in the back.
Chicana too, but this is also different frequencies of energy.
Vincent, you're pretty tall.
Yes. Or check.
Michael, I'm going to take the picture. Ray, you're going to be in the picture, right?
This is from my sisters. My sister works with
Yeah.
silver.
What a gift.
And
He
this
gave
is
it to me.
950 silver, yeah. This is the offering, the kintu. See the chakras? 3 coca leaves we used to blow light. So this is some people.
Allison, we have some watermelon for you. We have some watermelon. Would you like some watermelon?
I brought you pieces.
Okay.
No, se aprieta un poquito. This is the together. Very big. 120. And with the chakras. Chakra stones. 7 chakras.
We need a bunch of people on the side.
I've got the gourd on my shoulder.
Okay, on the count of three, we'll say Machu Picchu.
Okay.
Machu Picchu.
Carlos.
Don Carlos.
Aquí al lado.
Was it Michael? You're not. Let's see. Okay, Michael, you got your book? 1, 2, 3. Machu
Machu
Picchu.
Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
So now I'm going to do it without the Zoom. 1, 2, 3. Canada.
Canada.
All right. Charlie. So Austin in there.
Okay. Yeah, you have
Back.
expansion.
Well, with Dennis now.
Also means expansion. And in Brazil, my friends believe those is the signature of the Amazons. Yeah. And they say they came from the stars, and they, wherever they been, they sign it with the spiral. I didn't know. That's their theory. Victory.
Any more books? Right.
Okay.
I don't know. Should put this.
Oh yeah, I remember you. Yeah. Oh, at the Lake Titicaca. Yeah, amazing, huh? Very special. Yeah. Oh, great honor. Great honor. Thank you for coming.
So why would I want to be taller? My girlfriend just did that with her knee surgery and she got taller. Oh yeah? Because she's 5 foot, so she was happy she's 5'1".
Yeah.
Well, you know. You gotta take what you can get, I guess. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is my book. Okay. Yeah, I will put it in the basket over there.
I got a book.
Yeah, this is to put in the. Oh, to the basket. Okay.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to put out the whole thing. I'm familiar. I was told there's a stone that comes from Machu Picchu,
Yeah.
a green stone
Yeah.
underneath
Yeah.
in a cavern.
Yeah.
I've had the opportunity to work with one. I'd just like to hear from you. I anticipate being able to work with it again. It's here in Escondido, close by.
Huh?
Yeah, I have a friend who has one.
$45. Oh no, only the bit.
I was just curious if you have any insights.
Well, you know that's a serpentine stone from
Serpentina.
the serpentine, yeah.
I didn't know the name or anything.
Serpentine.
Oh, it's a serpentine.
Also, some people start to call the imperial jade,
Okay.
and very powerful, very healing stone. Yeah. Serpentina in Machu Picchu. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. So, do I need to give you change? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, this is
I was just curious.
also open
opens also the serpent.
Opens the serpent.
Yeah. I mean, the Kundalini energies, you can work with that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, sure. Turquoise? Oh. Yeah, I will. Do you have pen now? Let me ask here.
Want to get a book.
Don Carlos, ¿tiene un lapicerito por ahí? No. ¿Un lapicero o lápiz? Yeah. Okay. You will bring? Okay. We're going to bring in a moment.
Where's your contact information?
Actually, I didn't brought any, but I will write it for you. Excuse me, can I have your pen? Thank you very much. Your name is?
I'm not buying this right now.
Oh, I see.
I just want.
Oh, okay.
Looking through it.
Oh, okay, okay.
She was buying something.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, somebody was. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, this is yours. So what's your name?
Nadja, N-A-D-J-A.
Oh, can you write your name here, please? Thank you. Yeah, just a moment. Yeah, first I will do that.
Mind if we borrow your pen?
Equinox, huh? Interesting days.
Chloe.
Yeah. Equinox, how do you say? What's your name?
Chloe.
Chloe.
There's different sides, like the pumas on this side.
Yeah. So they have us in a master's in Is it not in there?
I was going to ask. Serpentine. Remember serpentine? I don't think I mentioned it. I mentioned the stone.
Come here.
I have some. Up in Orange County.
Here?
Stone underneath Machu Picchu.
Okay.
No, this is like.
It came from Machu Picchu. It came from that area.
Mucho gusto.
How's it going?
Yeah, so
Thank you so much. So I purchased the book, but then I also just wanted to donate.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. You're very kind.
What's the INKA word? Because I'm all about water. Like my passion is to help developing countries get clean water.
Oh.
I actually worked on Lake Titicaca remotely.
Oh, wow.
So from San
Interesting.
Diego, we actually monitor the whole lake when it
So
turned
what?
over.
Oh.
Scientifically, it's like an anomaly. It's never happened. And Lake Titicaca went from very dense water from light water to dense, and it actually turned over. And we had we were the ones that got the science to prove that it did that with our.
Very interesting.
So what's the word for water that you would use? The INKA word for water?
Uno.
Uno.
Yeah. Your name is?
Greg.
Okay.
Gregorio.
I want to know what the word Nima is.
Oh, you mean the book? Do you do guided tours at all?
Yeah, that's my activity. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And your information's in there to contact you? Or?
Yeah.
I think Peru's calling me for sure.
It's interesting what you do with the water.
My passion is to help developing countries get clean water and get access to water, and that's what my education is in. And,
So any of the information you can send it to me here.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Great honor.
Oh, he has his own pin.
Yeah, I have it. What's your name? Erica.
She has some questions.
Yeah.
Go ahead, madam. Oh, no, I was just going to ask, do you sell your book online or?
Yeah.
Okay, and then.
Amazon.
No, I looked, it's only Kindle.
Oh, only Kindle. That's right. Yeah. For now, but in a month it will be physical too.
Oh, okay. What about your jewelry? Do you have more
Oh,
online?
I have only this for now. My sister has. I can give you the contact. Oh, this is 45 and this is 90. Yeah. Oh, this is 110. It was 120, 110, yeah. This is silver 950. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 110.
Oh,
the best quality. Normally sterling is 900. Most is 925, but this is 950s, higher.
So I'm gonna tell him. Which one do you put his sister's stuff in the book?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah, he's gonna put his sister's information.
yeah. What's the name? Ok. Sí, póngalo ahí, ahí encima está bien. Tarantino, aquí estamos.
What else you had to ask? That was it. You know your Peru?
Aquí está.
Okay.
Aquí está mi dirección. Cualquier pregunta, ahí nomás le paso los contactos. Ok, un gusto, gracias por venir. Que le vaya bonito.
Mariah. My name's Mariah.
Maria.
It's like Maria with an H.
Ok.
And I bought this.
Thank you, it's very beautiful.
It is.
Ok, thank you. Okay. So your name is?
Jane, Jane. Jane, Jane. Jane.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's not down the center. Yeah, I stuck myself like this, Don't you want to eat something? She cooked something. Yeah. Shall we go and check?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Very nice.
Is that opal in there?
Excuse me?
Is that opal?
I don't know exactly the stone. If you send me a note, I will ask my sister.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful, huh?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Spiral expansion too.
Thank you for the Putukusi.
Oh.
I felt her in that mountain when I was
Oh.
there, and I came back home to my house in Canoga Park, and I connected my heart to her heart all the way down in Peru. I mean, I love her like somebody that I know, like my family. That's how I love her,
Wow.
and I don't
Amazing.
know where it comes from. It's like not in this embodiment, I don't think. But anyway, this is Ray and Terry.
one of the name is Imperial Jade.
Imperial jade. Well, my experience in Peru is like it's always said it's a grounding stone.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually it's grounding for mud
Okay.
and pottery, but this stone was so powerful. I felt like it was grounding the whole planet.
So
You know?
to get into Peru right now, do you actually need proof of any immunization?
Yeah, test.
You need a
Test,
test,
that's
proof
all.
of a test.
You had a question about this.
I don't want him to talk. In the book, do you describe the different levels? Do you
No,
explain the sign?
I explained this.
You
The
explain
chacana,
inside
yeah.
the book.
Chacana, yes.
I didn't. That's why I didn't.
Hello.
I got a gift for you.
Oh, thank you very
I
much.
was really compelled to give something
Oh.
for you for coming
Thank
here
you.
that you
Yeah,
like.
thank you.
Something from the earth, some dark chocolate.
Oh,
It's
fantastic.
incense.
Oh, that's my favorite.
My name is Kat. I'm a doctor in the
Oh.
holistic field,
Oh,
and
beautiful.
I bring indigenous medicine from the Philippines.
Oh.
I met a lot of Native Americans who've given me a blessing to promote the medicine
Oh,
from my
beautiful.
motherland,
Oh, fantastic.
the land of Mu.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And you have a center or something? Where?
Right now, it's a small wellness center, and I've been praying.
Do you have a card? Maybe
Bigger
next time I can. Maybe next time to open the bigger office, we can do something there too.
I would love that. I will give you. May I take a photo with you?
Sure, sure.
We'll do
So
a selfie here.
maybe we can be friends in Facebook and send messages by messenger. Yeah?
Okay. I would love that. There you go. Let me take my glasses off. There
Okay.
we go. 1, 2. Is that good?
Very good. Thank you. Send me that picture too.
Yes. One more body shot. Would you take our body shot? Okay, full shot. There you go. Oh, let me hold your book. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to. I'll give you my card.
Yeah, please. Marcos. Okay. Mucho gusto. Thank you for coming. Great honor. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah?
You want to write it, or
To me?
do you want to write it? The contact info.
Oh, yeah.
So you do tours down
Yeah.
there?
This is about the hotels, Taipicala. It's my family.
Oh wow! Oh my God, they're beautiful. Do you do ayahuasca
Yeah.
ceremonies?
Ayahuasca, San Pedro.
Oh, you do.
Ayahuasca with ayahuasquero from the jungle. San Pedro I direct too, but also other masters.
Oh, wonderful. How much is it to stay here?
Depending on Lake Titicaca, $60, $70.
A night?
Yeah. Very accessible, affordable price.
So you just have to figure out how to get there.
Yeah. But we have many programs, retreats and all of that. This is my email. This is phone for WhatsApp.
Oh, okay.
My email. Yeah. You have it?
My card.
Oh, thank you very much.
I just don't get to save it. We'll do one more time.
Okay.
Here's a selfie.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Okay, 1, 2, and now this time I will save. There.
Okay.
How so?
Beautiful
are you
picture.
Thank you. My sister is a photographer.
Oh.
So you are now traveling
return to Peru.
So how many places in the U.S.?
Normally in one trip I go 3 or 4 places.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Well, I'm so very blessed to meet you, and I will. You said on Facebook?
Yeah,
Okay, let me find you.
Jorge Luis Delgado.
Just your name.
Yeah,
Okay,
Jorge Luis Delgado.
I'll find you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You do ceremonies when you come here?
yeah. I do healing ceremonies and other kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Next time. Mucho gusto. Tu nombre, mi hermano. David. ¿Ah? En-
Me da calofríos estar alrededor de ustedes, la energía de amor que tiene. Every time I see him, I see this bright shine coming out of his heart, like wow, like everybody's like getting this. Yeah, my son, they're waiting for me, and thank you for this.
Great honor. Thank you for purchase.
Me da su bendición and
Sí, cómo no. Aquí le voy a poner mi dirección. Ok. Muy bien. Un segundito. Illa texte que haya muy ojo pucuntisi huiracoche pache chechi pacama hampuy hampuy hampuy. Illa tixi inti churincan. Allá, allá. Mucho gusto. Entonces las dos manos. Eso es para que le acompañe con las bendiciones de los apucunas de las 4 direcciones, 8 direcciones, 12 direcciones. En buena hora.
blessings, amor.
Mucho gusto. Yes, sure. So what's your name? Caroline, huh? Karen with K. Yeah, okay, sorry. Thank you. Mucho gusto. Thank you for coming. Un honor.
We were just talking, speaking of Wellness Saturdays. Yeah. Jorge here will want to come.
Yeah, she says he will open a bigger place. I say, okay, I will come when you have the bigger one.
Fun party.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Mi amigo, don Carlitos, mi padre se llamaba Carlos también. Por eso
So the next
me hizo recuerdo, por eso Carlos.
Wednesday is Divine Mother Worship Service. Like faith.
Ah, claro, ¿no?
Partly on the rosary, but the New Age rosary is plus.
Ah, claro. Hacer todas las prácticas, eso es sumamente interesante.
7:30
Sí, por ejemplo, en ese sitio que hemos ido, internados ahí un par de días. Excelente. ¿No? ¿Cómo se llamaba el sitio? Vision o Quest. The Quest, algo así. Ese es un sitio ideal para ese tipo de cosas.